Hello and welcome to a new episode of Today's Youth, and today we'll be meeting with Heba Ezzeldin. She's a simultaneous interpreter and writer. Hello and welcome Heba for joining us here in Nile TV International.
Thank you so much. Thank you. It's my pleasure.
Heba, I would like you first to tell me about your educational background and why did you choose simultaneous interpretation in particular to major in?
Well, first of all, I like so much English. I like so much languages. And the reason of my desire of languages and interpretation is my father, because my father is a simultaneous interpreter as well. And he makes me love languages. I'm thinking in English, I'm thinking of languages, and also I'm learning more and more languages. This is my ambition to speak more languages. So this is my motive, the first hand. And secondly, I like also writing, and especially in writing in the media and also society issues. So I like so much to tackle like the issues in the society, and also to read more and more as an interpreter. Of course, this is my inside desire to read and continue reading.
Mm-hmm. Right. You studied art and literature as your BA, right?
Exactly.
Tell me more about your educational and academic studies, and after that you had your extracurricular activities, and you studied also simultaneous interpretation. Tell me more about this.
Okay. Since I was in the university, I like so much activities, so participate in models and activities in the universities. So I'm graduated from English department in Shams University. Then I joined American University of Cairo to continue learning more about languages and interpretation, and also I tackled the field of law. I like so much studying, so I tackled the field of law. I like to study English legal or legal English, so that I can be specialized in legal interpretation and legal translation with, profound background, with profound, I can say, studies of legal studies. And then I studied, of course, simultaneous interpretation. I started my career in the UAE, in Emirates, in Dubai specifically. And I interpreted so many events, of course, in different conferences. I'm interpreting there. It makes success so that clients continue asking me and require me to interpret more events because of this success I have achieved in the conferences. And then I studied the French language, and then I'm planning to learn Chinese language as well. And I also continued studying political science and media in the American University of Cairo because I'd like to be specialized in writing in media and society problems.
Tell me more about writing. You have a passion for writing. You write about women issues, women empowerment. Tell me more about it.
Yes, well, I always feel that women have the passion. Women have the passion to achieve their targets, to achieve their objectives. So when we say that we as women, we're struggling to achieve some ambitions in our societies, because we still have like conservatives, or I can say conservative point of view in our society. So I always feel that we need to empower more women, because women proved all over the world that they can lead, they can preside more entities, and they can be successful and managing their time inside and outside home. So that's why this is my motive to write about women issues and empowering more women in societies.
Right. Heba, tell me, what are the major factors for success in your opinion?
Well, the major factor is belief. In my opinion, is belief. And of course, the family support is something that's really important. And I always recalling families to support their children, to know how, what are their hobbies, what are their motives, what do they can be successful in. So this is really important support. I have found support from my mother, my father, my uncle. I found really support and continuous support. they believed in me. So this belief, you can say that by yourself, I need to prove that they are right. Their belief is in their in its place. Yes, so belief and support are my main factors of achieving so many ambitions I have dreamed, always dreamed for.
What was the hardest decision you took, Heba?
Well, sometimes I have so many decisions, very hard and very difficult to make, especially if they are related to my career. So I remember that I have to decide whether to work in like some organizations full-time, or I still choosing my career as a freelance or a free time or on call. So I choose to be freelance.
Right. Why did you choose being freelance? Why did you prefer it?
Well, currently I'm working with, I have interpreted with like 7 international organizations, UNESCO, UNICEF, United Nations, UN Women, more organizations, African Union recently. So for those organizations, if I am full-time interpreter or full-time employee in one of those organizations, I cannot be able to interpret more. And also I have a motive actually, because that's why I chose freelance, because I like learning with so many fields. So if I'm working in a full-time in a place, I cannot learn from other fields. So that's why I choose to be a free interpreter, freelance interpreter, so that I can learn, I can tackle more issues, I can learn from those people, I can meet more people.
You definitely faced a lot of obstacles throughout your academic years and throughout your working years. Tell me, how do you overcome obstacles, and what would you like to tell youth about persistence and perseverance?
Yes, well, sometimes we need to achieve something and we cannot. So this is kind of an obstacle. For example, if I had to join a scholarship outside and it doesn't come to me, or for example, if I'm going to have like a contract with an organization to work with them and I cannot find it. Sometimes people, and I always find this, sometimes they are feeling disappointed and they cannot do more, they cannot fight more. I can say that life is fighting. So in this case, I don't remember that in many days or in some days I was sad or disappointed, because I do not waste my time. You just move on. You need to pass on. You need to fight more and more and to achieve more, and always finding that when I move on, I can be stronger and I can do or achieve more steps in my life.
Mm-hmm. If you could start all over again, what would you do differently?
Well, I would learn languages faster, yeah, because language is something that's empowering us as interpreters and as writers. And also in languages, like we are passing barriers of nations, we are passing barriers of cultures. So I remember one of my awards in outside Egypt, I said a point that I need to learn the whole languages. I need to speak with the whole languages, with the whole tongues, because I'm a linguist. Studying linguistics, which is the science of languages, you can facilitate the whole languages obstacles and difficulties for you.
At what point did you consider yourself successful?
Not yet. I'm not yet
yet.
successful, yes. Because, of course, we have dreams. Even if we have achieved the dream that we are dreaming for, like 10 years ago, I told myself I'd need to achieve 1, 2, and 3. And I have already achieved 1, 2, and 3. And at this point, I need to achieve 4, 5, and 6. So, yes, not yet successful, not yet achieved my coming dreams.
In your opinion, what are the major factors and keys for success?
Well, the major factors is that you need to focus on one track. So if you have more than 2, 3, 4 tracks, you cannot focus. So you need to focus. Who are you? Are you working in as a translator, or are you working as a doctor? So in two different fields, they are difficult to focus on. So you need to focus what is your track and what is your sub tracks, like the tracks that are emerged from your main track.
Do you have role models? Is there a specific role model in your life that you are following?
Yes, of course. For me, I have so many role models in my family, and I always dream to be just like my uncle. And also in our world, we find role models like in sports. I remember when I was in secondary school, my role model in sports, so many figures, so many players. So that's why I joined volleyball team and then basketball team, and I become successful in this field. So all our life tracks, all our life journeys, different term, we have some models we need to follow. So like for now, I'm the father of linguistics, Chomsky. I am always following him in the academic. I like so much his theories. In writers, also in scientists. So we need to have more than role model to see what have they achieved, so that we can follow their steps.
Right, Heba, you said you joined the volleyball team, so you're into sports. Tell me more about sports in your life. How important is sports in your life?
Well, in secondary school, I decided and made my mind, because I was living outside Egypt in the Gulf. When I come to Egypt, it was like I was about to join the university, just the last year here in Egypt. So I decided to play sports. And I found that it helped me so much to study and to join the university. So the university I love, the field I love. And I'm graduated with very good grades, so it was really something that I'm always working for. So playing sports encouraged me to study, because I can manage my time. And when I joined the basketball team, I decided to join seniors in teams of basketball. So I become one of the teams who participated from my school at that time. In the match, and we win the match. I found this is the first success I can achieve, that I decided to do something and then I win the first one in my school. So it was really kind of a success and achievement that I found at that time.
How do you see the significance of sports to youth? I mean, how far do you encourage youth to practice sports?
Well, I found that our country is supporting all the time the youth to play sports. And this is something that I really respect so much in Egypt, to support the youth to play sports, to give them medals, and to make some rounds of, for them to play sports. So playing sports, something that's make your spirit very high and make your feeling very optimistic. If you're like feeling nervous, you can play sports and you will find that you are become relieved and become much better. So playing sports, something that will, I can say, release the negative energy in our body and make you feel very positive, very optimistic in life.
Have you ever experienced any type of failure in your life, and how do you approach failure? How do you deal with it?
Well, I have tried to join so many places. I have tried to work in so many entities, and when I receive something that's refused, I always can manage it by asking. Just from the first interview I have made, I was conducted with an interviewer. I was really so keen. Why are you refusing me? So that I can improve myself. I like so much criticism, and I like so much when people come to me and say, this is wrong, this is not acceptable, because I'm always trying to improve myself. Who's telling this, of course, loves me so much. So every failure I pass or experience in my life, I face it with I can say self-positive criticism. That I need to improve or to change my weak points into strong points, so that I can improve myself more and more. Of course, failure is something that makes me successful, because I know the reasons. I can say that, yes, I'm wrong in this reason, and I can change it into successful point.
Right. Heba, since you're a writer in women issues, tell me what you think are the major challenges facing women, not only in Egypt or in Africa, but also around the world?
Well, around the world, the main issue, and really makes me write more and more about women cases, the main issue is that women they cannot make their decision. Someone there need to make their decision. Her father, her brother, her husband. So I can say that women, they have the free will to make their decision, and this is really might be a right decision to make, because we have witnessed that women are successful in so many countries. They presided so many organizations. They are leaders there.
Because in Egypt, we see women very successful. They achieved very high posts, ministers, a member of parliament. I mean, you see the success of women very clear in Egypt throughout the past, specifically the past 10 years.
Yes, of course. Yes, of course. Yes. And when women are leading or sharing these positions, they can be successful. I don't know, I don't want to say successful than men, but participating or sharing gender equality between women, men and women, can make prosperity, can make welfare to the countries, to the I can say institution they are belonging to, because women are always thinking in details, and men are always neglecting the details. So they are completing each other. Of course, women can do much better if they have the free will. And I always witness and always see that not only, as you said, in Egypt or in Africa and all over the world, women sometimes, they do not have the free will. Sometimes someone else needs to think about their future. And this is, of course, not acceptable, because a woman is a human being. She can think about herself.
Yes, talking about decision making, you just mentioned that sometimes women need someone to take the decision for her. Do you take your own decisions?
Of course, my own decisions, always making by myself, but I have a culture of consultation. So I always like to consult maybe my close friends, maybe my family.
Parents,
Yes, because they love me, and sometimes they can see something that I cannot see. So this is really important to have my own decision. And I remember so many awards, so many rewards. I have awarded with prizes and certificates all over the world. I said that my decision is to pass a specific career, and I already have passed this specific career by these awards that I'm always taking these days.
Right, Heba, did you follow all the youth conferences that took place here in Egypt? We've seen a large number of youth conferences taking place, and specifically the International Youth Forum, and there will be an International Youth Forum soon here in Egypt. How do you see the significance of these youth forums in supporting youth, in giving them the chance to meet people from different cultures, exchanging experiences and views, and how far do you think this is a good chance for them to make new friends from different cultures, create a strong bond with people from different cultures?
Of course. Well, young people are ambassadors. They are representatives of their country. So if we enable the young people and the opportunities to work in their country, to lead, to have leaderships, and of course the forum here initiative in Egypt is really something that we are all proud of, because we have the opportunity to work in our country. So when we travel for conferences, we are the representative of our country. So we have these skills. This is really important, because the country needs to give the young people skills. By those forums, the country is giving the young people skills and qualifications to work harder, to improve their skills, to know themselves, because everyone is talented in some specialty. So those young people, those Egyptian young people, when they travel, we all can be proud of them, because their competences are very high. They can even competing people outside their home country, and also their skills are very competitive and very, I can say, qualified.
How can we empower youth, in your opinion? How can we give them a push in all fields, on the personal level, on the academic and career levels?
Well, to give them a chance, to give them the opportunity and to help them. Actually, the support is really important. I remember that I always dreamed to be an interpreter, and to not only interpreter, because yes, we have so many interpreters, but we need to have the distinctive element. And I focused in my beginning of my career with accent, with terminologies, with accurate interpretation, so that I was successful, and then moved to more conferences and events. So we need to have the distinctive element, which is the distinctive feature that we can work on. And it can only come by knowledge, by profound knowledge, by reading. So the empowerment is really correlated with reading. We need to open more forms of reading to encourage people more to read.
Do you think that youth around the world face the same common challenges? I mean, in Egypt, in Africa, in Europe, do youth have the same common challenges and the same dreams?
Well, of course, same common challenges, because we as young people sometimes we don't know which path we need to follow. I was hosted in one of the universities, and actually it's not a secret, I can say it's my university, my college, by my professor. She hosted me to talk with those graduate students about their path and their career that they need to decide. So the first thing I told the students, it's not because I'm an interpreter I can tell you, because you are studying languages and you are in the faculty of literature, to be interpreter or translator as well. So they were so astonished. Why? Because we pretend, or we guess that you will encourage us to follow the path of interpretation career. But I told them sometimes some of you can see herself more as a trainer, as a teacher, as an instructor, as an HR employer. So, or as a recruiter in a company, why do you just focus on one career? You can be skillful in other careers. So you need to discover yourself. This is really important. You need to explore yourself. You need to discover what you like more, because you're, of course, different than any other people.
Heba, what are your plans and dreams for the future?
Well, my plans and my dreams, actually, I've always dreamed to have a session or to give a session in some universities like Harvard University or Oxford University. Yes, I was awarded by so many entities around the world. One of them is ATA for Translators Association in the United States of America, and also Translator Society in Thailand, and Translators Union in Lebanon. So in Middle East, in United States of America, and also in Germany and in Thailand. So all of those awards gave me like motive that I can also go beyond this, and I can move more to other universities that I'm dreaming of.
Right, well, I would like to thank you very much, Heba Ezzeldin, simultaneous interpreter and writer. All the best of luck.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, that brings us to the end of this edition of Today's Youth. Many thanks for watching, and don't forget to join us next week, same time. Till then, it's goodbye.